Alright, so the other day we finished with this one, and Shogen was declaring that he wasn't going to put up with it anymore and that he was ready to battle, and so we're going to go from there. I'm going to read a little bit as much as I can, and excuse my lack of better English for some of these words, because I don't really know how they're said. Anyway, so we're going to go here, and it starts right there with just then, the circle of creation of light side glowed and gave Shogun a silver staff with markings of two warriors clashing their staffs against each other, one of which was a monkey warrior and the other a wizard of darkness. The circle called it the staff of Shogun. With his power, it gave Shogun the power to strike down his foes. Shogun extended his right arm, and the staff moved toward Shogun's right hand, and Shogun grabbed it and twirled it around his chest and his back, and cartwheeled, spinning his staff around, and flipped back, and then stood readily with his staff pointed to the wizards, and said to them, "Which the staff I shall strike you down," said Shogun. "Is that so? Well, take this then," said Kogon. Kogon then summoned a bolt of lightning with the skies with his right hand, and with a mighty strike, he threw the bolt of Shogun, and a direct hit struck Shogun, and a puff of smoke surrounded the area. Kogon then let out a laugh, but suddenly, "Is that all?" said Shogun. "I would have thought a wizard would be more conjuring than this." Oh, see. "It would seem like I was wrong," said Shogun. Kodan then looked at the smoke dying down. To his surprise, Shogun stood firm from the smoke. Foresight then came to Kodan and said, "Very interesting. Allow me," said Foresight. Foresight then summoned 15 Cyclops warriors and then surrounded the area with smoke. One by one, the Cyclops attacked Shogun from all sides. Foresight smiled at the scene with proudness in his heart, but suddenly all of the Cyclops flew out of the smoke and landed on the ground. Foresight was shocked. He never thought his own Cyclops warriors would be beaten so easily. So Shogun is showing down. That's what we're getting at. And that was page 3. Mind you, this is a really long book, so hopefully I'll get all through it, but here we go. Page 4. How interesting indeed. But I don't feel that this 8 can withstand a wild blaze. "Stand aside, my brothers, he's mine," said Inferno. "I wouldn't try it if I were you, but do so at your own risk. Even the strongest blaze cannot withstand a great wind," said Shogun. "We will see," said Inferno. Inferno then summoned his staff with his fire embedded at the top, and with it summoned a blaze of fire, but surrounded Shogun and became a 5-headed hydra and surrounded Shogun. Inferno then said, "Well, the bravest of all warriors cannot withstand a blaze such as mine. Not even the pit itself can warrior such as you survive," said Inferno. But to Inferno's surprise, the 5-headed hydra began to go out by the spins of Shogun's staff, and then a shield of smoke surrounded Shogun once more, and out of the smoke walked Shogun with his staff in his right hand, and raised it at the wizards and said, "My turn," said Shogun. So for today, so this video isn't too long, we're going to leave off right here. It's his turn, and we're going to be excited to see what awaits. They're in the middle of a battle. And now Inferno's joined the clan, and I think Foresight and Inferno have joined with their Cyclops and the wizards and Shogun, and it's a lot of people going at each other. And Hydras are even going in spins and all this stuff, so it's getting interesting. Let's see what's next. See you tomorrow.